Hello, everyone. I would like to play a game. For years, you have been tolerating these so called influencers on TikTok, Instagram, whatever other social platforms you decide to use. But do you want to see these creators fight to the death? Well, strap yourselves in for the ride, unlike anything else, because this is Skillhouse. Live or die. But probably, watching this movie might make you want to die. Just a little bit. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strong from QuickTime Reactions, and yeah, I went to go see Skillhouse. This movie stars Bryce Hall, Hannah Stocking, Neal McDonough, 50 Cent, as well as a whole host of influencers and creators on so many social platforms. The credits even say, and also the Sway House. And I have, like, look at me. I have absolutely no idea who Sway House is. I'm just not a part of that online sphere. So I'm sorry. And this movie revolves around content creators. They are kidnapped and they are placed inside of what is essentially a content creator house. And basically, they have to get views, get likes, and get all sorts of clout. And whoever has the least amount of likes and views, well, they're going to get killed until there is one content creator left standing. So, who walks out in the end? So, if this premise sounds at all familiar to, I don't know, Saw, that's because the writer and director of this movie is none other than Josh Stolberg, who has done the last three Saw films. He did Jigsaw, which I think everyone can say is at the very bottom of everyone's rankings of the Saw films. He worked on Spiral, which I know to some people it's not their favorite in the franchise, but for me, when it came out, I really enjoyed it. Um, Maybe if I get around to rewatching it, I might feel differently about it. But at the time of when it first came out, I really enjoyed it. And he did Saw X, so at least he has one win under his belt, both critically and publicly. So there's that. Um, this movie is such a wild. It's such a wild ride. Um, like so. Okay. How do I want to describe this? Um, I will say it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing that I've ever seen. I'll at least say that. Like, it's fine. I like the idea of the concept of it, like getting all these content creators in a house and, you know, driving up, likes. Like, there's a good story to that. But I think, for me at least, what bogs it down is the fact that um, they don't show a lot of the gore. Like, some of it, like the opening kill, for instance, like they do show that. Some other stuff, like in the middle, they just either show someone shooting at somebody, or they cut away from the thing as it happens. However, towards the end of the film, they actually do show some really good practical effects towards the end. And there's one scene in particular with one character who is, how do I describe this? She has a knife and she does things on her body and also her face, and it looked really, really good. It looked really good. I will say, like, everyone in the cast, I think, does a pretty decent job. Um, I did some research, and I'll get to all that in a minute. I think they did a pretty decent job um, in this movie, in my humble opinion. Anyway, it's just my little humble opinion. But the best thing in the world is that they were able to get not only 50 Cent, but when looking up the cast, when getting out of the theater, they got Paige Van Zant. They got Paige freaking Van Zant on this movie, which blew my mind. I was like, holy cow, where you guys were able to get Paige Van Zant for maybe like 30 minutes. And that's absolutely insane. But because, all right, so me looking up, doing some research on the film, finding out that 50 Cent was in this movie, because I was trying to look up like what the budget was for this movie. It turns out 50 Cent is actually suing the studio that put out this movie, and I think the studio was Gen TV. He's suing the studio because he, I think, was like, didn't have a contract to work on the film, was never paid to be in the film, and it's just all sorts of like legal mess. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that is the funniest thing in the world. It's the funniest thing in the world. So yeah, if you want a good laugh, then go see this movie. If you're looking for potentially the next Saw franchise starter, I don't think you're going to find it here. I think this is an okay horror film to get like newbies into horror. That's why I do my like Noobs for Horror October series, which is coming up relatively soon on my channel. It's like we need these kind of like bad horror movies to get like people's foot in the door, so that we can show them like the really good horror movies later on. So and I had this exact same feeling when I saw Strangers Chapter 1. It was like, I'm not mad, I'm not outraged, I'm just like, meh. Like, it's fine. I'm not like overly like angry at it. It's just, it's there. That's pretty much what I can say about it. I did have a fun time watching it though. So if you have at any morbid curiosity like I did in wanting to see this movie, might as well go check it out. Might be worth a laugh or two. I don't know. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my review of Skillhouse. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, drop a comment down below. If you guys have seen Skillhouse, drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the film. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be safe out there, and And remember, if a masked killer is telling you to gain views for, clout on the internet, I wouldn't do it. Wait a second, I'm doing that. Does that mean I'm in the skill house? No, wait, I'm just in my car. Never mind, I'm good. And I will see you guys next time.